Also in attendance is Mr. Larry Goodhue, Mr. Don Ware, Attorney Thomas J. Leonard, and Mr. Goodhue, would you mind just announcing, if you wouldn't mind, who your other members are that are here? But before we do that...
come up to the mic when you do it.
Yeah, we're going to actually probably have them sit here because I think there's a few seats. But for public comment, is there anybody from the public that would like to speak? Seeing none. Communications?
Communications from Larry D. Goodhue, Chief Executive Officer of Pennachuck Corporation. Reason, Pennachuck Corporation quarterly report to the stakeholders for the quarter ending June 30th, 2022. Also from Larry D. Goodhue, Chief Executive Officer of Pennachuck Corporation. Reason, request for approval of guarantee by Pennachuck Corporation of loan to Pennachuck East Utility, Inc. from the Drinking Water and Groundwater Trust Fund. Also, further communications from Larry D. Goodhue, Chief Executive Officer of Pennachuck Corporation. Reason, Pennachuck Corporation quarterly report to the sole shareholders for the quarter ending September 30th, 2022.
There being no objections, I will accept the communications and place them on file. Mr. Clerk?
Thank you. Further communications from Thomas J. Leonard, Chairman, Pennachuck Corporation. Reason, special meeting of the sole shareholders, January 27, 2023, proxy statement and proxy card. Madam Chair, I would like to make a motion to recommend that the committee elect Mr. Ralph Jenkins to the Pennachuck Corporation Board of Directors as a Class B Director to fill the vacancy resulting from the resignation of James Dorr, and to authorize the mayor to transmit by proxy card the vote of the sole shareholders to the Board of Directors of Pennachuck Corporation by roll call.
Mr. Goodhue, would you like to come and have a seat? And please bring whoever else you want. Have a seat.
As long as the green light's on, we're recording, right?
Yes, as long as, well, the green light is just the microphone and it's live.
So thank you, Chairman Klee. Larry Goodhue, CEO of Pennachuck. With me up here in front is our Chairman of the Board of Directors, Thomas J. Leonard, our Chief Operating Officer, Donald Ware, and our CFO, George Torres, which I'll elucidate a little bit further as we describe. Also in attendance with us tonight is our Director of Water Supply and Community Systems, Chris County, and our Chief Engineer, John Boisvert, and our Assistant Treasurer and Corporate Secretary, Carol Ann Howe.
All welcome.
So, and one of the reasons that we've got so many individuals in the room tonight is as a corporation, we're very, very focused on not only our current staffing, but our staffing as we go through succession planning relative to the roles within the company. Our corporate secretary of almost 11 years retired as of December 30th. And as a part of that, a little bit of a reorganization has occurred in that Carol Ann Howe has morphed from her predecessor role, where she was the Director of Regulatory and Business Services, as well as the Assistant Treasurer. And so she's divested certain responsibilities, but taken on others. It is now our Assistant Treasurer and Corporate Secretary. Myself, over the last 10 years, almost, have been both the CEO, the CFO, and the corporate controller and the treasurer at different junctures. And through a process, a year ago, May of 2021, Mr. Torres assumed my treasurer role, and I went down to the CEO and CFO roles. And effective as of January 1st, Mr. Torres has actually assumed the CFO role. So he is now the CFO, treasurer, and corporate controller of the organization, and I am now just the Chief Executive Officer of the corporation. And this is all a part of our succession planning that is ongoing. I will be retiring at the end of this year, 2023, And part of this has been part of our plan going along, not just for me, but for other individuals within the corporation, in that, we understand that as a regulated utility, the business that we conduct must go on past the lifetime of any one of us, because we've got a responsibility as a regulated utility to continue to service our customers into perpetuity.
Thank you very much. And we're on the motion of the, to elect Ralph Jenkins to the Pennachuck Corporation Board of Directors as a Class B director to fill the vacancy. Did you want to speak to that?
I will defer to our chairman to discuss that topic.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. So my name is Thomas J. Leonard. I go by Jay. We've been here before, and I appreciate the opportunity again. We have nominated through our process, we've gone through our director process and nominated Mr. Ralph Jenkins. And we're very excited about it. One of the unusual things this time around is the timing. And as I think you indicated in the introduction, we had a resignation on the board. The particular skills that the individual had are relevant immediately. That being audit, accounting, and kind of general board experience. So we are what we do in the early months of the year is we have quite a bit of accounting, auditing needs. First thing we do is do our year-end accounting and the year-end audit. And then the next thing we do is some bonding in the spring, usually April, end of March, beginning of April. Close the deals at the end of April. And both of those require that expertise and skill. And so we are asking you, the committee and the full board, to authorize an immediate filling of the vacancy, if you will. And that's the purpose of coming in as kind of on an urgent basis here. Mr. Jenkins, we're very excited about. He has terrific experience, skills and experience. He was a partner in Ernst & Young as an auditor, accountant. He worked on several teams that involved businesses about our size or larger, but certainly fantastic experience as an accountant and an auditor, but also fantastic experience as a board member, a team member, and someone who's used to working with a group and accomplishing specific goals. So we're very excited about Mr. Jenkins, and he was unanimously nominated by our group. Everybody's equally as excited. So that's our present request. Just as a kind of a footnote and additional information, the timing is a little bit odd in the sense that we actually have an annual meeting in May. We will be putting him forth as a re-election, if you will, in May. So this is really just for that short period, but we think under the circumstances, it's important.
Okay, very well. Does anybody have any questions? Seeing none, I will call, I think we can do this by voice. I don't think we have to do a roll call.
Yeah,
It says roll
I
call.
call the roll and we'll mention the name.
Okay.
If so wish, Madam.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, we'll do it that way, yes. Mr. Clerk, if you could call the roll, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Alderman O'Brien votes for Ralph Jenkins. Alderman Dow.
Ralph Jenkins.
Alderman Clee.
Ralph Jenkins.
Madam Chair, you have 3 yeas, 0 nays.
Okay, so we will put forward the name of Ralph Jenkins. That motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk?
There is no unfinished business. There is pending a new business resolution. Before us this evening is R-22-079, approving guarantee by Pennachuck Corporation of a loan to Pennachuck East Utility, Inc. from the Drinking Water and Groundwater Trust Fund. Madam Chair, I would like to put forward a motion to recommend final passage.
Okay, Mr. Goodhue?
Yes. And one on the last topic, just one thing.
Yeah.
Is the reason we were meeting with you now is because the recommendation you'll put forth to the Board of Aldermen in your meeting, I think it is tomorrow now.
Tomorrow, yep. Mm-hmm.
Because the special shareholder meeting is actually on the 27th for that individual to be seated on our board and immediately start functioning in that role starting that morning. So just wanted to let you know about the sensitivity of the timing.
I will make sure that that's clear tomorrow.
Great,
Thank you.
thank you. As far as this current item that is before us in the agenda, we've actually come before this committee previously to get you to approve the financing that is tied to this guarantee. So you already voted, made a recommendation, the Board of Aldermen actually approved the financing. We have approvals from everybody else. But in going through the closing for this loan and grant in the legal review, what was understood in the term sheet from the Drinking Water and Groundwater Trust Fund is it required a guarantee from the parent corporation. So it's kind of a bells and suspenders type of thing, but it's a specific thing that we needed to make sure that we have a resolution approving the guarantee within the corporate group of this debt that is at the Pennachuck East utility level, is basically supported by the finances and the rates of that entity, and is tied to capital that is owned by that entity. So this is kind of an add-on to an approval already obtained for the acceptance of a grant and the closing of a loan for this particular project that is down in the Wyndham area for Pennachuck East Utility.
Okay. Before I ask if there are any questions, just for the general public listening, I don't know how many actually are listening, but for the general public that are listening, could you explain to them the guarantee? Because I think what some people are going to feel is that the city itself is on the hook, but that's not the case.
No, so the city of Nashua is the sole shareholder of Pennachuck Corporation for the last 10, almost or 11 years. And the subsidiaries of Pennachuck Corporation are wholly owned by Pennachuck Corporation. So that guarantee is within the corporate group. It does not extend past that corporate veil. Pennachuck Corporation is a private corporation with a municipal shareholder. And so that's very important to understand. There's a limit to that liability and risk, which is encapsulated within that group.
Thank you. I just wanted to make that clear. I know I've had you over the years, and I'm not going to ask you to do it again to explain the whole process, but the bottom line is, just so that the taxpayers understand, is the city nor the taxpayers are on the hook if something is defaulted. It would be within the corporation of Pennachuck, and
correct.
It would be their entities within there that
That's
would
correct.
be
And some
completely
of our
liable for that. So.
Some of our other existing debt actually have guarantees within the confines of those. Our working capital line of credit has a guarantee mechanism. Any loans that we have with CoBank, which lends money for us for our Pennachuck East Utility, has a guarantee situation within that confines. So it's all encapsulated within the corporate group.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk. That's what we don't have to call roll on this one. We can do
Yeah.
voice on this one.
Voice, yeah.
So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, and that passes unanimously. New business ordinance,
There is none.
general discussion. I see none. Anyone from the public? I do not see anybody from the public. Comment? Remarks by Alderman.
Madam Chair,
Yes?
I just want to comment, it's good to see that he's well. Welcome back to Alderman Dowd. Thank you.
Yes, welcome back. And
Nice to be back.
and I just have one other comment. Thank you so much for coming out, and you're always very patient explaining everything to us. And I even appreciate the conversations that we have on the side. So you're always very helpful. And I know we will be seeing you before September, but you will be missed in September, and I'm sure the board will put somebody in your stead. So.
Well, actually, it's December, so if you see me in September, I still won't be done yet. It's the end of the year.
Oh, it's December. I thought you said
No.
said September 29th. Sorry.
December 29th. So
December 29th.
The last day of the year 2023 will be
Wow.
my last day with Pennachuck. So.
You will be missed, so we will abuse you until then.
Thank you.
And you have a meeting January 29th
I'm
this
sorry?
year? You have a meeting
The 27th, he said.
27th?
27th.
27th.
Yes.
And the annual meeting, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a special, I'm sorry, not an annual, a special
Should be-
shareholder meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's at your facility, right?
Yes.
Our annual shareholder meeting will be the first Saturday in May.
Okay.
That proxy and proxy card and all those materials will be coming soon, once we've kind of cleared year-end closing and everything in a normal process. That will be advanced to you. We'll come again, meet with you
Right.
and go over that. And that's for the normal election and or re-election of our Class B directors, because we've got a staggered board, Class A, Class B, Class C, such that 3-year terms are
Yeah.
overlapping terms.
Well, thank you very much. Any other remarks? If not, Alderman O'Brien?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And the meeting is declared closed at 7:16 PM.